Hello all, welcome back to the Cymru Nerd Cave, where yes, again we have our Lego out. So we should be building some more of Sonic the Hedgehog's Green Hill Zone, and today, well, at the end of it, we'll be halfway through, because this is what we're building today. Right here, the old loop of the Green Hill Zone, which is pretty blooming iconic. So let's get on with that, shall we? So last time we spoke, we were talking about retro gaming and all the films and all that kind of stuff. I think we'll just stick with the games at this point, or start off with the games. When did you first start playing Sonic? I mean, I guess I've already mentioned where I first started playing Sonic, and it was a good time, it was fun. But how good were you when you were a kid as well? Because I was rubbish. I still am. You've seen me play it. I'm not the best at it, but hey, look, I'm willing. And that's the most important bit. But I was never fantastic at games as a kid. I was never brilliant at them, and I just played them because I enjoyed playing them. Which really isn't that the point? Isn't the point of playing games sort of to have fun and enjoy and, you know, not necessarily be the best at everything, but just have a good time and just enjoy what you're doing. And Sonic was always one of my favourites, because I guess it's one of those ones where you can just pick up and play it. You don't need any sort of prior knowledge of the universe, and it's pretty simple. It's a controller, it's one button, so it's a D-pad and it's one button, and it's pretty simple. Move from left to right. It's like Mario, isn't it? It's why these games are so popular the world over, because you don't need a degree to play them. You know, you don't need to know everything about the universe and what's going on in it to play them. Not that there's anything wrong with that type of game, because of course there isn't. These games are popular for a reason. Now then, is that one of those? That's one of those. And we need one of those. One of these. One of these. That goes there, and that goes there, so it's like that. And then, you know, these games are popular the world over because they're very, very simple and easy to grasp. And Sonic, I mean, there's a heck of a lot of Sonic lore, so much so that there's loads of stuff that I don't know. I've not seen all the cartoons or the animes or the OVAs or anything like that. I know there's a lot out there. I mean, for God's sakes, I never caught up fully with Sonic the comic. I mean, that's a weird thing in and of itself. That America and Britain, and Japan even, have very different Sonic lore, or recognisable Sonic lore, because Britain really did get the old tradition of British comics, like your Beanos, your Dandies, that kind of thing. 2000 AD even was a little bit. Sonic the comic was influenced by that quite a bit. Whereas, you know, America got the Archie comic stuff, which I can only think, I've never read any of it, I'll say it right now, but the impression I get is it's like the old TMNT stuff, which was quite weird and not like TMNT was on telly. And that's alright, that's okay. I know some people don't like it, but you know, I didn't mind the TMNT comics from Archie. They were just odd and didn't make much sense most of the time, because they were trying something different, I guess. I don't have a problem with that. Yeah, big massive. I think I can see what we're making. That's the bottom of the old loop, isn't it? There you go. One of those. Two of those. And oh, one, two of those. They put them in different bags, you see. Okay. So what they did with the Turtles comics is pretty much what they did with the the real Ghostbusters comics with Archie. And the real Ghostbusters comics from WoW, I believe it was, WoW Comics, they did a weird thing. And they made it serious, or they tried to make it semi-serious. Which is absolutely what they did not do with the UK Marvel Ghostbusters comics. Now then, am I missing there? No, that's 59.60. So what they did in the UK with Ghostbusters comics is make them completely silly and separate, and they weren't, I don't think there were, I don't remember, I don't recall there being any sort of long-running stories or threads, because obviously in the UK you also had the Transformers comics, and they were, I'm not going to say adult, but they were more grown up than a lot of comics out there were, especially sort of comics of licenses. They were more grown up, and that's predominantly what Marvel UK did not do with the real Ghostbusters. They kept them quite childish, I guess, and silly and punny, and yeah, they were comedy comics. 2 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. So they were comedy comics. And that's how it stayed. But in America, for some weird reason, they went, no, we want them serious. So they got semi-serious. So they were still Ghostbusters. They were still recognisably Ghostbusters. I think it's what, I didn't read many of them, but the 88 miles per hour Ghostbusters stuff, they tried to make that realistic, I guess. I don't know, it just didn't sit right with me at all. I tried, I really did, because I love Ghostbusters. But I have got way off the point. But anyhow, I don't really know about Archie Sonic. But I get their feeling that they went kind of a TMNT route with them, which is fine. But I started reading, not many of them, because I was, God, 15, 16 by the time they were coming out. And I was predominantly, you know, during that age of, oh, I'm too old for this. When you realise you're not, you actually go back and you realise, oh, I should have been reading this all along because they were fun. I should have stopped being such a take myself seriously douchebag. But, you know, you're young. That's what you think. You go, oh, well, I don't need comics. I mean, you totally do. You need comics, you need nerdy stuff. It's all good fun. But I played Mega Drive. I got a Mega Drive. It was awesome. Now then, I think I've done too many of them. Oh no, I haven't. There you go on the bottom. I'm just miscounting and not following instructions, which is what I should do. There you go. It's coming up. It's definitely coming up. So you better get a party started. Shimon! Okay, so then we get the two big lumpy ones, and there you go at the end here. Like so, and then that unsurprisingly fits in there. And then we know where that bit's going. That's going into the bit we've already got, and that's stuff's to be made, but there you go. I like the fact how this all fits together. So it's easy to take apart as well if you want to make other stuff. So I kind of like that. I think I like the way it's going. So we've got two of them, one of them, one of them. So what do you guys think about the Sonic cartoon? Or cartoons, should I say, because you've got two, haven't you? Predominantly in the 90s. You've got what they call Sat-AM, which is the, I don't want to say, I guess more serious of the two, the more Batman the Animated Series. And then you've got the silly Looney Tunes, Tiny Toon Adventure, Animaniacs type one. You know? And I gotta tell you, I am more of a fan of that one than I am the Sat-AM. I like it. I realise I am in the very, very big minority here. But I don't care. I really like it. I think it's fun. And it's got, is it Jameel or Jaleel White? Jaleel White. With Steve Urkel, or who was Steve? Well, he is. He forever will be. Two of them. 1, 2. You know Steve Urkel, the guy who used to say, "Did I do that?" Which is a show we never got. I forget what it's called. It's Family Affairs or something like that, I believe. No, that's not right. It wants to be that one. There you go. I believe that's what it's called. I don't know. We never got it in the UK. It's one of those things which is, we know it because of American TV shows go on about it, like your Family Guys or your South Parks or that kind of thing. We know who Steve Urkel is, but I couldn't say I've ever seen anything with him in it. Apart from Sonic stuff, obviously. Because I remember when the film was first touted, and people were saying, oh, he should totally get that gig again. Sort of like Peter Cullen, Optimus Prime style. And he didn't. And there was a lot of people not very happy about it. And then Ben got it, didn't he? Oh, I forget his last name. Yeah. Oh, what's his name? Hang on a second. Looking it up, because I'm an old man with no memory, Da, 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 da. Moon in the sky. Ben. Oh my word. Ben Schwartz. That's his name, isn't it? Ben Schwartz. Yeah, Ben Schwartz. There you go. John Ralphio. Because he's the worst. Oh, he's great. He was BB-8 as well, wasn't he? That's not a bad gig, is it? 1 minute you're doing BB-8 and the next minute you're the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog. Brilliant stuff. And of course they did the trailer for Sonic Prime, and I forget the gentleman who's doing that voice, but he was really good actually. Sounded a lot like Ben Schwartz's interpretation of Sonic. So we was kind of in between a couple of them as far as I can tell. But yeah, no, he sounded perfect. I'm really looking forward to that Sonic Prime. It looks like a lot of fun. That's all I want from Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't mind it when it gets a bit serious and you know, rebel-y and Star Wars-y, and I don't mind that because, you know, at the end of the day, we got some of that when we had Sonic the Comic. That was a bit like that, only a little bit. It was a bit darker sometimes, I think, was the Sat AM one. But it was fun enough. But I don't know, I like the Looney Tunes aspect of it. I thought it was a lot of fun. And that kind of thing is what I want from my Sonic the Hedgehog mainly. I want Sonic to confound Robotnik. I don't want him to fight him directly necessarily. You know? It was fun in the film. Trust me, that was awesome. In the first movie, when he had the massive fight with Robotnik at the end, that was great. And I love the fact that they got fighting and Sonic having to hit him a million times. I like the fact that they got that in there, that they did that like that. It wasn't a laser gun or it wasn't something like that that beat him. It was literally Sonic going up to him and hitting his flight machine a million times. That's what beat Robotnik. That's what I really enjoyed that. And, you know, they, like I say, they had the human bits in. They had the human interaction. The humans helped. Because, of course, Tom... but all Tom really did was just open a portal. He didn't do anything. He didn't beat Robotnik. That was all Sonic. So they seem to understand that, which I really appreciate. Because, you know, it doesn't always work out like that. The humans sometimes have a bit too much to do in these films. And I know I said in one of my previous videos, I don't mind humans. And I don't. I truly don't. But I don't want them doing... I don't want them being the hero. You know? That, to me, that is anathema. That is, yeah. I don't want that. So, yeah, kind of glad that didn't happen. Right, where am I? So we need 2 of these, which is these. We're doing the top now. We haven't done the loop yet, but we're getting there. And 2 of them and 2 tours. Groovy. Okay. So now you gotta watch what you're doing, because this doesn't go on as you would think. So that bit goes there, and then you leave a 3, and then this bit goes there, and then this bit goes there, and then you leave a 3, 1, 2, 3, and then this bit goes there, and then that goes on top like so. So we get that thing going on and that going on, which I'm a big fan of. I like that. It's taking shape and I like it. So we need another 2 of these, 5 of these ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 of these, sorry, and 4 dark green ones. So I remember Sonic the cartoon, the Looney Tunesy one, being on Channel 4 in early mornings, because that's Channel 4, yeah, on Sundays in the 90s used to show some kick-ass stuff, and also Sharky and George. They used to show Sonic, obviously. They used to show Hammer Man, Hammer Man, Hammer. Oh, it's rubbish. It was so rubbish. I loved it. It's literally, if you don't know what Hammer Man was, it was, do you remember MC Hammer? Can't touch that. Don't touch that. Him, that guy. And he was a superhero who turned into Hammer Man. He was a guy, just a normal guy called Stanley, because was and is MC McHammer, his real name. He's Stanley, I can't remember. I want to say Stanley Goodspeed, but that's Nicolas Cage in The Rock. Also something good. He was a guy called Stanley who received a pair of magic shoes in the style of There's Only One Jimmy Grimble, which is a film that doesn't get shown half as much as it should. But anyway, there we go. And then, oops, where am I looking? That bit, and those don't go on there. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, hang on a minute, missing that bit. So yeah, he got a pair of magic shoes, received or was bequeathed a pair of magic shoes, which turned him to the superhero Hammer Man, Hammer Man, Hammer Man, or something. It went, I can't remember. It was awful. It was bloody terrible. It was really cheaply animated, because all these things were. Was it Deke? Because Deke were always cheap as fuck. That's why Hasbro refused to work with them on G.I. Joe. They did 2 series, and then they were due a 3rd, apparently, in the 90s, and Hasbro just went, nah, you're alright, lads. And wouldn't work with them, because they were rubbish. They were bloody rubbish. I don't mind the 2 Deke series we got. I don't mind them, but there is a noticeable shift in quality from the Hasbro Sunbow series, because they were cheaper. You know, it's like, you can't blame Deke for doing it, because that was their job. Their whole gig was, we'll do it cheaper than the next guy. It was Hasbro's fault for doing it cheap. I think it was Deke who did the Sonic series, and yeah, that looks cheap. That can get away with it. This is the thing, I don't mind the Sonic series looking cheap, the Looney Tunes one, because it was for really little children and it was meant to look cheap. I don't mind it looking a bit ropey. It's meant to. You know, Looney Tunes look a bit ropey most of the time. But yeah, Hammer Man, what else was there? Sharky and George, which was fucking awful. Yeah, lovely lime green bits there. Loving it. Looks really nice. Then we want 2 of these. And 4 of these. Yeah, Sharky and George, that was bad. That was French, Canadian. That was, I think, the same people who did Ovid. Now, there's a blast from the past. Do you remember Ovid? because it would have shown at the same sort of time as Sonic the Hedgehog. In fact, I think Ovid was a BBC thing mainly, but it did go to Channel 4. I'm certain it did. Sure it did. And it was about a platypus on an island. New Zealand, I think it was. I'm sure it was meant to be New Zealand. And it's all about his adventures with his friends. And they did like a follow-up series, or another series called Sharky and George, the Crime Busters of the Sea. And I hated this bloody thing. It was awful and cheap and creepy. And just odd. Really non-sequitoury. And I just didn't get on with it at all. But that you had to watch a bit of that to get to Sonic. And of course my 16-year-old self, 16, 17 even, you know, watching cartoons at that point, having gone, yeah, you know what, I'm probably a geek here. Oh, we got stickers, boys and girls. We got stickers. So we want one. Yeah. 19 and 20. Here's hoping I can do this without making it look shit. There, that's not too bad. And 20. There you go. And 21 and 17. Yeah, Sharky and George was really terrible, but like I say, you had to do Sharky and George to get to Sonic and the good stuff, like Hammerman. And yes, compared to Sharky and George, Hammerman was fucking amazing. What's the other one? I think they didn't Channel 4, and somebody might be able to tell me this one. Be someone in Britain who was alive in 1992 probably. Didn't Channel 4 show the Family Nest, the old cartoon about the family of Loch Ness monsters? You know, look. I think we know where this is going. This looks like a loop-de-loop. So I want two of these. So yeah, family of Loch Ness monsters, and it was all horrifically, stereotypically Scottish, like almost racially insensitive to Scots. In fact, I do know a few Scots who were quite offended, frankly. They were offended. They didn't like it to the point of, yeah, this is quite offensive to us. But you'll watch it and you'll know it's like, Hootsman, oh hi the new, and all this kind of really outdated gubbins. Yeah, which is why most of them now want to be independent from Britain. You know, I can't say I blame them. Some people might even know that I want Wales to be independent from Britain as well. So, you know, it's understandable, relatable. Because the Welsh don't even get the cartoon. In fact, we had the best cartoon, to be fair. Because we got Super Ted. Which I always thought was quite awesome, that we got Super Ted. Now then. This is a piece I don't think... Oh, we do. I can say I don't think we have that piece. But we do have that piece, if that goes there. Yeah, we got Super Ted, because that was made specifically to be Welsh. In fact, it was done in the Welsh language first. So most people will be familiar with like the Derek Griffiths, John Pertwee, Melvin Hayes, that kind of thing. But quite frankly, no. I mean, that wasn't the original version. The original version was in Welsh, and I forget the names of the people who did the voices because you never heard them. Sadly. There we go. Oh, it's coming on. It's coming on. We got more stickers. So right, we've got to look at this. So 15, 16 and 13. So 15, which is this one. Out of the way a second. Oops. Never any good at putting stickers on, and if I had known, I would have got my tweezers. Oh yeah, that's not too bad. So now that looks like that. The familiar checkerboard. 113 and 116. So 13 goes on here. Like that. And then this one's 16. There it goes. Oh, yeah, that'll do. And then that goes there like so. So you got that bit. And then this goes here, like so. Oh yeah, no, I'm liking that. You have one of those, and one of those. And it goes there, goes there, and then that fixes those together. That's sturdy. So what we're looking at two of these and two of these. But yeah, the family nest used to show. I'm sure they used to show the family nest. Certain of it, because it was one of those things where they just bought it wholesale from the BBC, and they did that with a few things, especially in the 90s. Channel 4. They especially on Sunday they wanted to do this sort of dedicated children's thing. Like so. Like that. There we go. So that's building up quite nicely, isn't it? We can't be that far away from finishing. A lot of it's going to be panels now. 1, 2, 3, 4. And these all go together. Oh, I see. But yeah, Channel 4 wanted to do like a children's thing, and Sonic was the jewel in the crown, as it were, because obviously it was the early 90s. Sonic the Hedgehog was massive, like bloody huge. It was quite a coup for Channel 4 to get him on their shows, on their station, should I say. Which never seemed to last too long. Or maybe I just grew up because it was the mid 90s. I was into beer football, you know. I don't know, maybe. Okay, so the other side now. These obviously go here and here on the loop-de-loop, like so. And it's just going to be basically a mirror image of that, isn't it? Which is fine. That's what it's meant to be. So that goes there, like so. Or maybe it won't be. I don't know. There you go. And then more stickers. Oh, stickers. I've eaten stickers. I'm all about stickers. I've eaten stickers. There we go. And then 13 on that side. Oops. So I guess a perfect Sunday in the early 90s then would be getting up, eating your cereal and watching Sonic on Channel 4. And then playing some Mega Drive in the afternoon. And at some point watching Italian Football Italia. Because that was on Channel 4 on the afternoons in the 90s. I suppose most people weren't my age and didn't really want to do that, but yeah, I would have done. I was certainly playing Mega Drive. That's for goddamn sure. That's one, and one of those, and one of those, and that goes there like that. Yeah. Oh, and none of you can see what I'm doing. Move that out of the way. And then like that. And then like that. So again, quite sturdy. One of these. And those two. And then this goes here. Whoops. And then that goes there like so. So it looks like that. So we'll be joining these up in a minute. Not quite yet. We've got that last one there, one of those and one of those. And where does that go? Where am I looking? Oh, two of those again. Just building that up. Oh, I see. You're just building up what you've already got. Okay, that's good. That's cool. Makes it more sturdy, you see. And if there's one thing that this set definitely is, it is sturdy. Because I suppose it's also supposed to be pixels and ground and earth. And there you are. It's coming. It's a coming. It's not far off. One of those and one of those. And where does that go? Goes on top of there like so. No, it doesn't. Does it? Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's the opposite of that. That's fine. I had a bit of heart in the mouth moment there. And then we are now going to start building up the top. So I take one of these ones. Oh, that's elegant. That's a good way to do it. So what it does, get this one in, rather than try and join them diagonally, it just, you get this one and it goes there, and if you see on the underneath, there you go. So it's just those two bits. But that's sturdy. That's not going anywhere. That's good. I like that. And then we get these two panels here, and these go across like so on the top, like that. So again, you're building it up, looking good, liking it. And then we've got this long one and 4 of the smooth bits. I don't know what, all these probably have proper names and I don't know any of them, and that's really bad. So that goes across the top and that joins all the pieces together, and then these 4 go on here like so. Ah, so now we've got the flat top. It's pretty much there. I'm liking that. So what do these do? So lastly, we've got 4 of these ones. There we are. And they go like so. And where do they go? Like that. Oh, right, okay, I see. No, it's got to be this way. There we are. And they go underneath like that, as just to keep things together. Like that, other way. And fill in the spaces like so. And there we have the loop of the Green Hill Zone. So if we bring in, take Sonic off first, bring him in a bit, got that bit and that bit, and they join together. Look at that. If I take this, I don't need this anymore, take that away. There we go. That fits in nicely. Look at that! How awesome does that look? That looks amazing. That actually looks properly like the Green Hill Zone now. I am loving that. What a lovely thing. Nice. And then of course we've got Sonic, who just came off his plinth. Oh yeah, put you back on there, Sonic. So Sonic is on his plinth. He now has a blue Chaos Emerald. Pop that in there. And there we are. There's Sonic on his with his blue Chaos Emerald. And we have no pieces left over. Tell you what though, let's put Sonic up there for now then, on top of the old Green Hill Zone loop-de-loop. And that is looking rather bloody awesome, I think. Look at that. Really cool. Well, that's it from me for now. I shall be back building another bit of this very, very soon. Also got loads of other stuff coming up as well, so please do keep that in mind and keep joining me. In the meantime, though, please do take care of all yourselves and each other. Bye-bye for now.